Listen, with this one, I would like to thank the comic section for the first me coming out of a movie theater. Because, like, with a lot of these movies, I don't watch the trailers. And when I watched this movie, I was kind of shocked at the low budgetness of it. And I didn't know it was made between a roughly $500,000 and $700,000 animation budget. Which, sure, that's very low. And I give, credit where credit's due. But sometimes if you know your budget, you need to know where to, stop. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing, let me make sure I get this right, Mahavatar Narsimha. So what's this about? Pretty simple premise. There is a demon that challenges Vishnu, which is a self-proclaimed god. However, his son Prahlad remains devoted to Vishnu. I'm saying these names wrong, so slap me in the face. I know, who appears as Narsimha to defeat the demon. You're thinking, what is this about? What is going on? Anyway, it starts off with this couple having sex, if you want to put it that way. They're not supposed to, because if they do it at this right specific time, demons are going to be born, and demons are born. We have a demon clan, and this main god kills one of the brothers of the demons, and now he has a huge demon clan, and he has a son, but his son is very devoted and faithful to this one specific god, and this is where this movie goes. So, is this a good movie? I think the story itself is good. I understand why they probably make this animated to make it cheaper. However, like I said, if you go into this movie not watching a trailer, not noticing anything about this, and probably being a Western audience, like, I hate to say it, when you watch a Japanese anime, shoot, even Nishao 2 from China or American animation, you have kind of a perspective. Yes, the Nishao 2 from China is a very one-off, where if you'll get other Chinese movies, you're like, okay. So going into this, I was culture shocked about the low PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 rendering graphics. It was very bad when dealing with the background, the grass effects, because the first 20 minutes, it was very pixelated. And you're just thinking, oh no, like, just me mentally of what I'm used to. It's like, sure, I've seen a lot of low budget, movies that are on, Netflix, that are on, never reach theaters, right? So that is me not knowing what I was getting myself into. So that could be a positive or negative. But like I said in the intro, if you know your budget, maybe you don't make it as long as it needs to be, or you cut some scenes to really show off some talent of other scenes. For example, even when I said in my first reaction, the last 15 minutes is bonkers. It's a different freaking film. And when I say it's a different film, right, of course you have themes and elements throughout the story of some violent sequences and action set pieces that are a decent PG movie. But the last 10, 15 minutes is a hard R. When I say it's a hard R, it is some Mortal Kombat fatality, bestiality. Not the bestiality, but whenever you do this weird thing and the character changes to like a plant or another character or a wolf, bestiality, is that what they call it? Not bestiality, we're not having sex with animals, you freaking idiot. Don't think that way. Or fatality. It turns into that where you're like, heads are coming off, guts are being spilt, people are being torn apart, people are getting cut in half, and you're just thinking like, what is happening? What is this culture shift? And the theater was going freaking crazy when he transforms into the lion form. Because there are different forms like the boar, the lion. It's not really an eagle form that he transfers into. It's more of a, I want to say it's a creature thing. But it's bonkers. And that's what, like, you have the talent. You have, because sometimes when you're close up to the lion's face, it looks good. Like, don't get me wrong, it looks good. But when you're doing the normal human animations or the teeth coming out of the demon clan, how it just doesn't look good, or the background elements were just very pixelated. Like I said, it's one of those things where I know where they wanted to focus this movie on. We're like, okay, this battle sequence, we got to have it looking badass. With that one and the boar, we got to make it look good. And those were entertaining scenes. But everything else, I was just like, ugh. And there were very, very mature elements about like torturing a kid or trying to kill a kid. Like very horrible elements. And that's another one. There's a fire sequence with a sister and the little kid. that looked good as well. So I felt like if they had a little bit more budget, or like I said, shortened the movie to really focus on these specific scenes, it would have been a better viewing for maybe just a random person like me. But like I said, I'm a Westerner. I don't know the Indian culture that much that probably deals with this very prominently and is very serious. So they probably are way more forgiving than me, and that's okay. I'm not trying to dog the movie saying the movie is fake. How dare you believe in this religious stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like, that is not me. Like, I don't know I care what your religion is. Believe what you want to believe and be happy with your life. That is what I'm getting at with that moment. And I won't lie, the god, that the lion god, was freaking awesome. Like, there's no doubt about it. I was having a blast the last 15 minutes. I mean, fantastically. But getting there was kind of a drag. Also, just weird elements too, especially when they're beginning, where they're kind of going to different universes to conquer them. There's a weird spaceship one, which kind of just felt out of place, right? And I don't know if that's lore as well, of that is a truistic thing, but I'm just thinking like mentally, yeah, that if we're in this past, like really, really in the past, how would this, is that really part of the lore? Of course, if I'm going to say no, but I could be completely wrong with my assessment. The voice acting, I think, isn't bad, but there is some, mouth movements that aren't the greatest. Also, there were multiple singing scenes in this movie that, me personally, I don't mind dancing and singing scenes, but having it in an animated film felt really off-putting and just really didn't need to be in there whatsoever. Like I said, know your budget and think, like, does this singing scene need to be in this movie? Or do you want to focus on this kid when he's quote-unquote getting tortured and make that look more realistic and just more like, emotional, that sucks the audience in? Like, and also the very beginning, like the first 20 minutes, I was having a hard time getting into this film. But when the boar scene came, that's when I started to be like, okay, I'm feeling something. Then it does drag a little bit more. But then when the kids start, I hate to say, when the kids start getting tortured or sentenced to death, that's when the movie picked up again. Like, there is laws in this movie where I'm okay. But like I said, the last 15 minutes, the theater was whistling, was going crazy. So I could appreciate that this means something to other people. But for me, going in without seeing the trailer, without knowing any of the history and how this story was told, there was one that I saw, Kapuna, I'm going to say that wrong. That was egregious. I'm sorry. And that was a live action one. So I'd rather watch this over the live action one any day. Yes, it's completely different elements and story. But when going into this, I won't lie, the first 20 minutes, I'm like, this is bad. I'm going to give this a negative film. But knowing the elements of what they had to, put their bootstraps on and what they actually made with the budget they had, I do appreciate it more. And the last 15 minutes was pretty damn impressive. So Mahavatar Narsimha will receive a 3 out of 5 with Futons, which equals that 60%. Again, I know I'm looking on Rotten Tomato right now. Sorry, not Rotten Tomato. Fandango is giving it 98%, and IMDb is giving it 9.6. I mean, like I said, this probably means a lot more to the Indian culture. I completely understand. However, as me going into it, it was a little bit off-putting with a lot of the VFX. Felt like, and also I guess you could say I did feel like I was watching a PlayStation 3/4 cutscene for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So like, according to Rotten Tomato, it's at 98% as well. If I go to the audience, like I said, people are saying that I Feast of Indian Mythology, a 4.5 out of 5 of 5. A lot of people are getting a 5. One guy said amazing VFX. It's okay to like a movie, but no, the VFX aren't that good. It's okay to say that. Like, I'll even say that. But like I said, a lot of people are giving it 5 out of 5s, and they're saying it's the best ever Indian animation movie to date. I could maybe believe that. Like I said, this is my only Indian animation movie I have seen. So it's not a lot for me to go on. And like I said, this is just an outsider looking in, and I'm not dogging mythology. I cannot do that. That is just not me to talk about. Me, it's the technical performance and what I saw on screen. Like I said, felt like a PlayStation 3, 4 cutscene majority of the time. It's not bad. Or okay. I'm starting to just beat a dead horse. So let's just give like the 98 from the audience and my 60. Jaiswal here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know this Futontopia. You Blue Futon. Take watch for a great day. I don't care if you watch this today, tomorrow, week from a month, a year from now. Every single freak one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And don't hate this Westerner, please.